Hi there, in this video I'd like to show you how to unblock the injector on an Erie 541D small tined valve like this one. A blocked injector can be one of the more common reasons why your valve might be struggling to suck up brine, and unblocking the injector is a relatively simple procedure. First of all, you'll want to disconnect the power, turn off the water and release the pressure in the system by opening a cold tap. Incidentally, you might have noticed that my valve isn't plumbed in. That's only for ease of making the video. You don't have to deplumb your valve. So looking at the rear of the valve now, you can see that there's this triangular metal plate, and the red thing that you can see through the hole in the middle of the metal plate, that's the injector. So in order to access the injector, obviously the first thing to do is to remove these 3 screws. Once the 3 screws have been removed, the metal plate can be lifted off, and there's a little notch in the side here where you can insert a small screwdriver and prise the injector out. Underneath the injector is this fibre gasket, which can be a little bit delicate, so try not to disturb it if you can. Sometimes it might come out stuck to the underneath of the injector, but normally it will remain in place inside the valve body here. Having said not to disturb the fibre gasket if possible, I've removed mine for a moment because I want to show you this, which is a little filter that can also sometimes get a bit blocked. This is one of the newer type filters. It's basically a plastic moulding. The older ones are more like a gauze cage, which don't come out quite as easily as that. So there's not actually any need to remove the gasket in order to clean the filter, because what you can do is get a towel, place it over the whole thing, momentarily switch the water back on. That will force water through the filter and hopefully eject any debris that might be caught in there. So if you turn the injector over now, you'll see that it has these channels which are what can get blocked, and it might be a little piece of plastic or perhaps some crystallized salt. Either way, you need to clean these channels out. So just have a look for any bits of debris. There's a small piece of plastic. So now the injector can be refitted, and there's a locating lug here, a little notch, a little hole on the underneath of the injector that fits over the locating lug, and there's also a little marker on top of the injector which lines up with the little notch that we use to remove the injector. So just pop that back in there, put the metal plate back on, and then replace the 3 screws. And in order to test that the valve is now working, initiate a manual regeneration by turning the white knob anti-clockwise. And when the valve goes into regen, hopefully you'll now find that it's sucking up brine as it should do.